Hello, good morning, learners. You are welcome to today's lesson. Today we will be looking at forces and the forces we will look at contact and non-contact forces, which are the types of forces. So by the end of the lessons, you should be able to explain that a force is a push or a pull or a twist exerted on an object. Identify Newton as the unit of measure or for force. Explain that a force can change the shape, direction, and speed of an object, and also explain that all forces acting on an object can be placed in two groups: contact forces and non-contact forces. And you should be able to explain that forces act in pairs. All right, now, what is the name of the force that acts between Earth and then the Sun? Yes, if you guess gravitational force or if you know the answer, then you are correct. All right, so we are going to look at types of forces. A force is an action that can be described as what a push or a pull. So this is basically what a force is. A force is an action that can be described as a push or a pull or twist. Okay, a force is measured in units called newtons. A force can change the shape, direction, and speed of an object. A force can also cause an object to rotate. There are two types of forces, or two main types of forces. Basically, all types of forces can be classified into these two: contact forces and what non-contact forces. And forces act in what pairs. All right. Now, so what do we need to know here? The definition, the unit, and then the what? The types of forces. So we just said that a force is an action that can be what described as a push or a pull. So we say the unit of measurement for force is the what newtons, originating from what Isaac Newtons. And then we're saying there are two main types of forces: contact forces and non-contact forces. And we said forces act in pairs. So there is one acting in this way, the other one must act in the other way. Now, when we exert a force, either we are pushing or we are pulling an object, then the object can change shape or it can change direction as well as what the speed of that object. Or it can even also cause the object to what? Move about or rotate. All right. Now, a force is an action that can be described as a push or a twist. So we're just going to look into detail. Now, when we measure something, we need to use a unit of measurement. For example, when we measure length, we can use what? A centimeter or meter as a unit of measurement. So that is why force is also measured in newtons. A force can change the shape, direction, and speed of an object. A speed can also basically change the course of what? Rotation. All forces acting on an object can be placed into two groups: contact forces and non-contact forces. A contact force is a force that is exerted on the object. A contact force is a force that is exerted when two objects touch each other. Now, so what it means is that for me or for one to experience a contact force, then it means we have got two objects that are what? In contact with each other or that touch each other. So if I raise up my two palms, then I bring them closer. Then I rub. That is what? A contact force. If I am sitting on a stool or a chair, that's a contact force because where I'm sitting on the chair, we are in contact. If I am walking, that is also a contact. Okay, so you take note. So a contact force is a force that is exerted when two objects touch each other. Now, let's look at the examples of contact forces. We can look at people pushing car. If my car is broken down, then I'm pushing it is what a contact force. Then kicking a moving ball. Let's say I'm sitting down and then there is a moving ball coming. Yeah. When you kick it, then I kick it, then the ball will change its direction. So it will either change direction, increase in speed, or slow down. Okay, we have another one that is what friction, slowing a moving object down. So as I was saying, if I happen to kick a football and the ball is rolling, the ball is rolling, it cannot continue rolling forever. It will definitely what slow down and stop. Have you ever wondered what is slowing it down? Yes, if you have wondered what is slowing it down, then it should be what? The frictional force. Because the frictional force will tend to act on it and it will reduce the speed until it becomes what? Okay. Now, so let's look at what? A non-contact force. So let me just pause here and ask questions to see basically whether you are following. All right. Are you guys ready? Now listen. What is the unit for measuring force? Just put it down there. What is the unit for measuring force? What is the unit for measuring force? What is the unit for measuring force? If you are okay, all right. Then let me see. That's great. Newton. Another one. Okay. Give me one example of a what? A contact force. A contact force. Give me one example of a what? Contact force before we continue. One example of a contact force. Yeah, people pushing a car. That's great. All right. So let's continue. Okay, so now let's look at what a non-contact force. A non-contact force is a force that is exerted over a distance. It is also called a field force. Okay, can you give us examples? Can you give examples besides magnetism, gravitational force? Or there is none? Okay, basically when we say non-contact force, remember we said in contact force, the two objects must be what in contact. But when we talk of non-contact force, you see that from the term non-contact, it means there is no contact between the two objects that are interacting. So if you look at magnetism, when we have got two bars, either opposite bars or positive. So when I say opposite means negative, when we have negative and positive. Okay, now when we are talking of charges, but when we come to magnets, then we are now talking of the opposite poles can be what? The north and the south. So when you bring them close together, then the north and then the north will what? Repel. But you don't see them necessarily getting into contact. Then if you send the magnet close to a magnetic material, it will pick it up without necessarily what? Touching it. So that is what a non-contact force. Then if we are also talking besides magnetism and gravitational force, we also have what? Charges, electrostatics. So when you have two charges that are the same, then they repel each other. Okay. Now, so we are going on. So let's continue. Forces act in pairs. What do we mean by that? When a force is applied to an object, the object resists the force. If you push against a wall, the wall resists as if it is pushing back. These two forces are known as what? A force pair. So force pairs act in opposite direction. So I repeat, forces act in pairs. When a force is applied to an object, the object resists the force. If you push against a wall, the wall resists as if it is pushing back. These two forces are what known as what a force pair. So the force of from you acting against the wall, or the force of you on the wall, and the force of the wall on you. So these are the two pairs of what forces. Okay. Do you understand my explanation now? So if you understand my explanation now between the forces acting in pairs, if you don't understand, just let me know so that I can explain more. But let me just repeat it again. We're talking about what? Non-contact forces. And we're saying in non-contact forces, the objects that are interacting do not necessarily have to come into contact with each other. So we are saying we have given examples there also. Then when we came to non-contact force, we're saying it's a force that is exerted over a given distance. So they don't have to what come together, close together. So we're saying mostly forces act in pairs. And when a force is applied to an object, the object will resist the force. Yeah, that's what it's saying. If I push against a wall, the wall resists as if it is pushing back. These two forces are known as what? A force pair. So let's look at if I'm pushing against the wall. So it will be force of me on the wall. And then the opposing force will be what? Force of the wall on me. So these are the two pairs of what forces. All right. Let's go to the next. Okay. So now let's look at what effects of forces. Effects of forces. Effects of forces. Now, when you apply force to an object, there will be what? A consequence, or something will happen. So, for example, you can see this diagram. If I this is a cold drink can, Pepsi. Now, if I squeeze it, what will you observe? The object might be crushed, or the object can change shape, or the object can change its position, or the object can change its motion. So we have seen that we have applied enough of force on the Pepsi can. When we do that, then we will notice the what effects of forces. Okay, now the first one on the diagram is talking about what? Pushing a car. Then you have a friction. Now I want you to classify these kinds of what? These diagrams into the two kinds of forces. Which of them is a contact force and which of them is a non-contact force before we continue reading. Okay. Get me your answers. Get back to me. Guys, I'm waiting. I'm saying we have got four diagrams. A guy pushing a car. Someone's crashing a can. An apple falling down. And then someone on a skateboard. So I'm saying, which of them will you classify as contact and non-contact? So send me your answers, then we'll take it from there. Okay. Contact force, yeah, non-contact force, apples falling down, that's great. Contact force, guy pushing the car. So what of the rest? The can and then the skateboard. Amraha, please check your answer. Yeah, one, two. You are correct, but there is something that is wrong. So can you double check your answer? Okay. All right. That's great. Okay. So Cleo, all right. So you can see that, yeah, I'm very happy you people are sending in. All right. Now let's check something. So you can see that this one who is pushing it is touching it. So that is a contact force. And then this one that is squeezing open the bottle is also a contact force. Then we see what we will see. We will see also that this one standing on the skateboard is also what is also contact. But the apple falling down is non-contact. You see, this one is not touching it, but it's falling down. Okay, so let's continue. So if you were to push a wall, just like this one is pushing the car, we can discuss the what? The concept of force pair in this demonstration. So let's see, what are the force pair in the first one, in the first diagram? Okay. Oh, your number three is apple falling. Okay, that's cool. All right. Now let's go back. I'm going to go back to the previous slide, explain something, and then we'll come here, and then you will do something for me here. I will ask you to answer some questions. Now look at the last bullet. Last bullet is what forces act in pairs. When a force is applied to an object, the object resists the force. If you push against a wall, the wall resists as if it is pushing back. The two forces are known as what? A force pair. Now listen to the word force pair. So if I'm pushing against the wall, one force is force of me on wall. Force one. Force of me on the wall. And then the second force is force of wall on me. So if I am pushing against the wall, the arrow is towards the wall, the direction of the force is towards the wall. But if the wall is pushing back, the arrow is against me. So that is force pair. Okay, now let's go back. And I'm saying, let's look at the first diagram. This guy who is pushing the car. What are the force pair? What are the force pair? If you remember what I said, kindly send me the answers. What are the force? Identify the force pairs in the guy pushing the car. Guys, did you hear me? Yes, did you hear me? Are you sending in your answers? So I'm saying let's look for the what? The force pair in this guy pushing the what? That truck or the 4x4. Are you listening or are you still processing your answers? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let me see the response. Yes, but yeah, yes. This, okay. Tando, you have observed that the guy is pushing the car, but the car isn't moving. Yes. So, but there are what is called force pairs in what he's doing. So that's what I said, identify them. So even though the car is not moving, the car is also what exerting a force back. Okay, so let me just explain this. So the force pairs in this diagram is this guy is pushing the what? The car. So the first force is what? Force of this guy or force of the man on the car. And the second force is what? Force of the car on the man. So these are the what? The force pairs when you are pushing against a car or when you are pushing a car. I hope you understand that. Okay, now let's go to the next slide. All right. Now I want us to do something. Last week, or last week, some learners were not able to join us in Kahoot. So I want us to do what? To for them, those who are not able to join us, we will do these ones together. Then after we go to Kahoot to also play and learn as well. So you have got this assessment there. So the question one is saying, what are the two main types of forces? And then what is the difference between a contact force and a non-contact force? And then question two is saying, what is another name for a non-contact force? And B, what is a what? A force pair. So let's send in your answers. Then we will switch to Kahoot so that those of us who cannot be able or who are not able to join us in Kahoot, they will also be what? Satisfied here. All right, let's see. Okay, saying what's the difference? So let's go to clear. That's good. Let's go to question. So I've seen only Clue. Clue is sending in his answer for question 1A, but I do know that some of you are typing, so just relax. I do understand, so let's be fast. Yes, send in your answers. Yes, 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 yes. Send in your answer so that we will go to Kahoot. Perfect. Let me see what Tando did. Tando Ngubane. Contact force and non-contact force. That's good. Contact forces are forces where there is a contact between two or more objects. And non-contact forces are forces where there is no contact at all. Fantastic. That's great. Okay. Then quickly go to question two. Tando, you are done with question one and your answers are correct. Cleo, please come back to me with your, okay, very good. You guys are now listening. Yes, let me see, Amraha. Yeah, contact and non-contact forces, that is correct. A contact force is any force that requires contact to occur. Perfect. And then, all right, so great. Okay, okay, all right. Yeah, it means what we are doing, yeah, you're getting it. That's nice. Okay, then a non-contact force is a force which acts on an object without coming physically into contact. That's great. That's great. Okay. Two. Sorry. What is another name for a non-contact force? Field force. That's fantastic. What is a force? What is a force pair? Okay. Let me see. Let me see. It is when you're pushing against something. Okay, that's your answer from Tando. It is when you push against an object, but the object resists. The object is resisting and is pushing back, if you can say that. That's 9. The object is resisting and it is also pushing back. That's why it's resisting. Until you overcome it, then the object is able to move. Okay. Or when the forces are balanced, then everything is cancelled out. Okay. I can see that. All right. Guys, are you all able to connect to Kahoot today? Hmm? Let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. Are you all able to connect to Kahoot? Are you all able to connect to Kahoot today? A force pair is a force which acts on an object and the object exerts a force of greater resistance against the input. Okay, that's correct. The field force. All right, you guys, you have got good ideas. Now let's quickly go. Uh, let's quickly go to our correction, and then let's say we are going to go good. Yeah. So check your answers. Check your answers. Contact force, that is 2 marks. Then number B, also 2 marks. Question 2, field force 2 marks. Force pair is 2 forces that act in an equal but opposite direction. But some of you said it in the other way according to your understanding, and you are perfectly correct. So these are 4 marks, 4 marks. So who got total here? Who got total? Who got total? I'm sure all of you got total. Okay, so guys, uh, let's let's go to, let me see who got total. Who got total? Yes. Okay, if they are 1-1, that's 4 over out of 4. Perfect. Okay. Shine for yourself. Shine, 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 shine. Now let's go to Kahoot. So why is Sky, you are always late. What's your problem? Oh, Max, you got one wrong. That is not a problem. Okay, we are learning. So make sure that you are looking at the corrections. So those of you who didn't get it, yeah, you can just take your corrections from here, and then we move to Kahoot. 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 Just a minute, just a minute, just a minute. Just a minute, just a minute. Okay, yeah, we are here, we are here, we are here. Okay, so guys, can you see the screen? But can you see it now? You can see. Okay, let me share it again. Can you see it now? Get back to me first. Can you see it? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. Yes. Tando, Tlen, Luko. Okay. Let's see. We are 12. I expect 12 or yeah, or at least 10. Maybe those who cannot log in today. So let's log in. Since you are now familiar, you just log in with your PIN. Okay, try. Guys, let's just wait for some few people to join, then we'll start the game. Log in, log in, log in, log in, guys. We are waiting for you. We are waiting for you. Okay, Amraha, no problem. Okay, who is also encountering a problem? Okay, Sky is joined. Okay, since time is going, let's get this thing going. All right, guys, if you are ready, let's start. Oh, ish. Guys, just a moment. Just a moment. There was a mix up there. That one was for yesterday. So we are going to do forces. Yeah, Okay, this is, okay. Sorry about that, guys. This is what we're doing now. Yes, yeah. So you have to re-log in again. Yes, re-log in again, guys. Sorry about that. The game we were playing was for yesterday, so sorry about that. This is what we're supposed to do today. So log out and log in. Very good. That's Sky, Luke, that's okay. That's great. Okay. Okay, Tando, Clue. All right. Marks, very good. I have got 6 of you now. So let's do it together. Let's do this. Let's do it. Yeah, we're playing. You have got 12 questions. Are you ready? Let's go. So let's go on. Which kind of examples are contact forces? So let's see. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Very good. Let's see, 3 people got this right and 2 people got this one wrong. So let's see. The one who answered first. Okay, so it was Cleo who answered. The 3 of you got it first, but Cleo answered first. All right, let's go to the next. This one is what? True or false? Can we see forces? Can we see forces? Okay, let's see. Uh, yeah, yeah. Four people got this. Betando was the first person, followed by Sky, Luco, and Clan. Okay, let's go to the next. As we are doing this, forces that act between objects that are in contact in equal and opposite forces. Yes, let's go on. What force between these are forces that act between objects that are in contact and equal and in opposite direction. Okay, let's see. The time is going, the time is going, the time is going. Those of you who are not joined yet, join us and then we have fun. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, let's check. All right, very good. We have got what? Four correct. Uh, uh, one correct, as you can see here, the four wrong. So let's see the one who got it right here. Who got it right? Who got it right? Who got it right? Yes, it's Tando who got it right. The other four of us. Okay. Now let's go to the next. What is what are magnetic forces? Okay. So let's go on. What is or are magnetic forces? Yes. Send in your answers. The time is going. The time is going. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. Okay. Two people got this right and two people got this wrong and two didn't answer. So let's see those. Yeah, Sky and then Cleo. So Sky got answered first. Now let's go to the next. Gravity is forces that pushes us up. This is true or false? Yes. Is it true or false? Gravity is a force that pushes up. Okay, so let's see those who answered first and fast. Okay, Sky, Luke, Clem, and Max, you all got it right, but Sky was first to answer, Luke followed by Luke, Clem, and Max. Let's go to the next. The two forces acting on a rocket as it blasts off are, so let's go on. So this is the kind of force, something we are talking of. Yes, what kind of force is that? Yes. Remember there are force pairs there. Okay. We have got three people getting this right and two getting it wrong. So let's see those. Yeah. Okay. That's great. Cleo did this one first. Let's go to 7. Name two forces. Name the two forces. Name the two forces. Here. What are they? Uh, yes. Let's go. The time is ticking. The time is ticking. The clock is ticking. Yes. All right. Oh, that's great. So let's see those. Yeah. Okay. Sky, Clue, Tando, and Max all answered well, but Sky was the first to answer. and Sky is on the leading on the scoreboard. Let's see what is an important difference between electric and gravitational force. So let's go on. So check them. What is an important difference between electric and gravitational force? You have a gravitational force only attractive, electric force attractive or repulsive, gravitational force attractive or repulsive, electric force only attractive, gravitational force are always smaller than electric. Gravitational forces are always larger than electric forces. So let's see. Yeah, the correct one, gravitational force only attractive, electric force attractive or repulsive. So we have got two people who did this. Let's see. Yes, Sky and Luco. But Luco was the first to answer. Now let's go to the next. Scientists measure forces in what? Let's see. Scientists measure forces in what? I expect all of you to get this in right. Yeah, the clap is sticking, is sticking, is sticking, is sticking, is sticking. Yes, perfect. All of you got this one right. But let's see those who got it first. Yeah, Max got it first, followed by the rest. The Sky is still on the board. Let's go. Name two forces again. Name two forces again. Okay, so it's like I repeated this, but it's fine. Those of you who didn't get it, you can get it now. All right, all of you got it. That's good, just to boost your back. Okay, let's go on. You see Max. Max is burning the flame. Which of these four examples are contact forces? Let's watch out. Which of these are contact forces? Yes, let's see. Let's see. The time is clicking. It's clicking. Which of these examples are contact forces? You must pick. Pick, 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 pick. It's clicking. It's clicking. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's gone. Okay. So the answer. Let's see. You can see the answer there. Friction. Yes. But friction and also air resistance can also be correct. So let's see. Okay, Luco overtook. Now let's see the last one who is going to top up. Okay, let's go on. Forces can be foot, millionaires, people, strong or weak. Yes, pick your answers. Be fast, be fast, be fast. Okay, that's great. All right. Now let's watch, let's listen, watch and see the outcome. Those who got Sky got Cleo got 8 out of 12. And Luco got a yeah. Okay, so let's see. So you can see at 8 out of 8, but this is the person who got. Even though you all got your marks, yeah, well done everyone. Well done all. Let me check. Let's look at this next. So we had got to 3 difficult questions. So let's view the full report and then we close. View report. Let's view the full report and then we're done. Okay. So well played. The two we got 59% correct. So meaning you guys you did well. Okay. Uh, all right. And then this is the podium, and then we have come to the end of the lesson. And then enjoy the rest of your lesson, and then see you tomorrow. Bye. I hope you enjoy the lesson as usual, and bye for now, and enjoy.